Okay guys, the reason why I saw that little puppy, if you watched my last video when I showed you that I was going to, this was coming, I was going to be putting this light bar on. The reason why I was at Lowe's was the light bar I have, I could not fit the bolt in the biggest, I don't know, the biggest drill bit I had wasn't big enough, so I had to go to Lowe's and I bought this. But when you're drilling into this metal, I use this little tool. You kind of push down on it, and then it pops. I don't know how to show you that. I guess I'll just show you right here. You just go like this, and it makes that little mark, and it's got a little, puts a little ding in there, and that way when you put your drill on steel, it won't, your drill bit won't wobble around. So that's how I got those in. I did some measuring, you know. I tried to measure from here, measure from the sides. I just try to get leveled up. But anyway, I found out that this, when it comes on here, actually hits, it's right on this. And so I want to bring it up a little bit. So I also bought, so I got that. I also bought a stack of 5/16 zinc washers. This is 5/16, by the way. I didn't get a 5/16 drill bit. I got a 3/8 just to go all the way through. But I kind of just compared the heads, so it's not. It'll be just big enough for this to fit through. It seems like an awfully big hole, but I'm just putting 2 holes in here. I'll probably put some paint, buy some red Toro paint, and put it in there. There's a lip back underneath here, so like I can reach back up in here and touch. And this is where these bolts for this weight go in. I missed those. I made sure I missed those. But anyway, that's that. And what I was going to do, I'll show you. I was going to stack these underneath. You know, maybe there's 4. So I'd stack it like this, and then put my bolt through. Let's see, we'll just see if that clears. And then if that clears, that's what I'm gonna do. And then I'll show you, I bought the wiring harness and this light bar at Walmart because, you know, I'm a Walmart shopper. Is that 4? Yeah. So, let's see here. Yeah. So that will, there, now it's not touching. I don't have to worry about, it's not touching. And that'll raise it up just enough. And I'll be able to drop this down in there. This head actually locks in right here on this thing, so that's nice. And then I'll put some bolts up underneath. But I'm going to end up cutting through. I'm going to end up cutting this off and putting butt connectors so I can reuse this factory connection. I'm going to try and feed it through here. I don't know if I want to cut that off because I can't really feel how many. I think there's only 2 wires in there, but I don't, it doesn't feel, I don't know how they have that set up. I may end up sneaking it through here. I could probably Dremel out a little spot to get it to go in here so that, you know, when it sits here, it can go down and underneath, and we'll run it that way to the battery. So I don't know, more to come. Let's see what happens. Okay, update. I didn't like the way I had this originally set up when it was over these 2 holes, even with the stacked washers. This could not come up, and we wouldn't be able to pull that out and out in the field be able to get to our belts and stuff in case we had trash or something get wrapped up in there, or weeds or whatever. So I saw these on the I saw these bolts going through on the weight in the front, but the brackets that came with this didn't fit this way or this way. So I came up with these brackets, and I kind of put a bent in, and what it is, it's actually a T bracket that I bought. Let me show you. $4 and some change. Whatever, here we go. These are these T plates, 4x4. I bought those at Lowe's for, I don't know, $4 or $5. And so it's just a T bracket. I ended up using that fancy drill bit that I bought last night when I saw the puppy to drill out this hole and this hole a little bit bigger. And I've tightened it up enough so it shouldn't slip around too much. We'll see. It may vibrate. It may vibrate a lot. It might be just get on my nerves, and I may go and get a bigger, taller piece of steel tubing to put my bolts through here and get it up off, so that that clears and we can get it out of the way. So I can still put it up here. It wouldn't vibrate as much because it would be steel on steel instead of just, this isn't really that strong of a bracket, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, sometimes you got to make a mess to get what you want. So I finally finished this thing. Let me show you the light bar I used. It's a Walmart light bar, 15-inch. I bought this wiring harness that came with the relay. There's also a fuse that goes in by the battery. That was about 10 bucks. I think altogether 60 bucks. You can get a better deal on Amazon, I think. This was the brackets. I couldn't use those. I decided not to go on top because I wanted to use this plastic piece. Oh, sorry. This plastic piece goes on top, and this had to lift up. And that's the only way you can get in here in case you run into weeds or you grab a, I don't know, fencing or any kind of wire or anything that might get caught up in here and you need to get into it. So I didn't want to mess with that, and those just kind of sit in there like that. There you go. Sits in there like that, and then you clip those down. So there's the T. It went up and this way, and then I just bent it here. I had to do some bending, and then I cut this off with a grinder. And I had these holes already. This hole will just stay. I'll probably touch it up with some red just so it won't rust. I was able to put this wire in, but I had to cut it to get it in there so I could use the factory connection. So now it slides down, and here's where I spliced it, but I have the factory connection right there. And then I cut this one at the other side way over, and I used a coat hanger. I got a coat hanger down here into this. I drilled the same size hole I had here. I drilled right here, and then my son actually had to come out here and help me. I kept twisting it around till he saw it, and then he pulled it out with a pick. I had a little like hook pick thing, and he pulled it out, and then I tied this wire to it, and then carefully fed it through there because I had to take this protective sheathing off to get it through there. So in there it's just blue, whatever colors these are, red and black. It's just red and black wire in there by itself, but literally there's nothing. I mean, you can see it through this hole, but I drilled a hole here, we fed it through, and it comes out right here. And then I put this protective coating on it, or whatever you call it, the sheath. I don't know what you call it. What do you call it? I don't know. Flex tubing. And it runs up here, but there's some more splices here underneath this that you can't see. They look just like this. And then the same thing with the switch to turn it on. I just zip tied it here temporarily, and I put some sheathing around here. There's 3 in this one. I forgot what colors it is. It's like blue, white, and black. It's much smaller, so I had to use a different. These are blue. I had to use these red ones. Let me see if I have. I had to use. Whoa. I had to use these. Bought this at Walmart. I had to use these red ones for the smaller connectors. So the red is for 22 to 16 gauge, and then the rest I used blue, the 16 to 44. I actually bought another packet of blue because I ran out. Blue was down here, I ran out. But anyway, so I used 3 of these little pink ones, and then you heat them up with a heat shrink gun. These I heated it up on this side, but so you can see they're sealed, but I didn't heat it up on this side. I mean, in case I ever really want to use it, I can. I didn't feel like cutting into this and trying to figure it out. That little bracket came with a hole. I tried to put it on this thing right here. I couldn't find it, so it wouldn't fit. So I had to end up drilling it out a little bit bigger. This almost, I think with the same drill that I used to drill those holes. And then it slid up underneath this black plastic piece, and it screwed right in. So that fit. Seems like it's almost looks like it was supposed to be there. So anyway, and then I put this around behind the battery, and then this is just an open tube. It was full of a bunch of dirt. I had to dig out of there with my pick. Here's that pick I was using. There you go. I was just digging stuff out. But anyway, and then I ran. Here's the red and black wires. It has like I said, it has a fuse in it. You can just pop this open. There's a fuse in there. And then I just temporarily put the switch here because we're trying to decide where to put it. I think it's going to end up going right here. You can kind of get in take these couple bolts off and this comes up. There's 2 bolts on each side, and this comes out, and then you can get to the back of this. Thinking I might put that there, but anyway, so this lights up when you turn it on. See, it lights up, and we got light. No light, light, no light, light. I can hear that relay click. But anyway, I got to clean up, but it's ready for a test run. And oh yeah, here's that coat hanger I just trimmed this coat hanger, and I took a needle nose plier and I bent it. And then I took that red and black wire and I just looped it around and I tied it real tight. It was really hard to get through there, but it was harder with the sheath on. But once I got it through, I fed it through. I was very careful so I didn't bite into the jacket here and expose any wire. So there's no shorts. So anyway, it took forever, much longer than I wanted to. But this is a piece of equipment that I want to keep, and I really don't mind taking the time. So it's still functional for me. I might paint those brackets black later if they work. But for right now, it's just proof of concept. But I really like this mower, so I want it to work. And the sulky's on its way, so I'll show you that when I get it on Wednesday. All right. $7:30. I just finished this yard. Glad I put the light on. I started at 6:30 because I was rushing to get the light on, but it made a difference, man. I feel like, you ever feel like the one-man band? I got a backpack blower on, and see if I can switch this around. Got the weed whacker down here. I got the mower. I just finished. Check it out, man. Check it out. Boom. Guys, that's nice when you're mowing. That is nice. It's 7:30. It's not too late for people to no one's gonna complain that you're mowing at 7:30 at night. But anyway, it's just such a big difference, man. It's a little 15-inch light bar from Walmart. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed this one.